Hello everyone. In this presentation, I am going to cover up what is nutrition, nutrient क्या होते हैं and food के what are the fundamentals of the food. Nutrients, if we see, is a substance that is needed for the body to survive, grow and reproduce. न्यूट्रिएंट्स को हम दो तरीके से डिवाइड कर सकते हैं एज पर द रिक्वायरमेंट्स. मैक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स ज़्यादा अमाउंट में ज़रूरत होते हैं बॉडी को ग्रोथ सर्वाइवल के लिए. माइक्रो जो स्मॉल मिनी अमाउंट में एज शोन इन द फिगर. मैक्रो न्यूट्रिएंट्स आर द carbohydrates, fats and proteins, water and fibers, because these required in the larger amounts for the growth and survival. Micronutrients are the vitamins and the minerals required in the lesser amount. And carbohydrate, protein and fats are also called the proximate principles of the food. Diet basically composed of the three proximate principles, that is carbohydrate, fats and protein. Approximately जो dietary composition या energy intake wise composition of the food होता है, 7 to 15% of energy is provided by proteins, 60 to 80% by carbohydrate, and 10 to 30% of dietary energy intake is by means of the fat. And these are also known as the proximate principles. And the energy produced per gram of the carbohydrate and protein is 4 kilocal per gram, and fats, for the fat it is 9 kilocalorie per gram of the fat. For the dietary fiber it is 2 kilocalories per gram of the dietary fiber. On the basis of dietary sources or origin, food of the animal origin, that is derived from the animals like fish, meat, egg, milk. These are the food of the animal origin. And the food of the vegetable origin, all the vegetable, fruits and grains are those grown by the crops, are all the food of the vegetable origin as shown in the picture. Now reference Indian female or male क्या होते हैं? Reference Indian female is for calculating the dietary requirement. Reference Indian female and male criteria are used. Reference Indian जो फीमेल होती है कब कहेंगे? 18 से 29 साल की फीमेल जिसका वजन की 55 किलोग्राम के आसपास हो और 1.61 मीटर हाइट हो, 20.3 बॉडी मास इंडेक्स हो, तो ऐसी फीमेल is considered as the reference Indian female. For reference Indian male, the 18 to 29 years का मेल जिसका कि वजन 60 किलोग्राम हो और हाइट 1.71 मीटर and the body mass index is 21.2 would be considered in reference Indian male. And these are utilized for the calculating the dietary daily requirements and dietary allowances for nutrition. Now carbohydrates is the third major constituent of the diet and also a macronutrient because required in the large amount. It's basically a energy producing component of the food. Main function is the producing energy. Per gram of the carbohydrate produces 4 kilocalories of the energy, divided into the two simple type of the complex type of the carbohydrate. Among the simple comes oligosaccharides, that means less than 10 sugar molecules are called as the oligosaccharides. More than 10 sugar molecules are called the polysaccharides. Less than 10 sugar molecules में जो monosaccharides होते हैं, glucose, fructose and galactose are the monosaccharide, 1 sugar molecules, and sucrose, lactose and maltose are the disaccharides, composed of the 2 sugar molecules. And the main जो carbohydrate है, complex carbohydrate of the human body is the starch, and the cellulose is for the in the animals it's cellulose. It is a indigestible scarcely digestible carbohydrate. जो reserve form of the carbohydrate in the human body, adult human body, is the glycogen. The carbohydrate जो है glycogen के फॉर्म में स्टोर होता है. Approximately 500 grams of the glycogen is stored in the human body. And the sources, coming to the sources of the carbohydrate, क्या main sources? Wheat, potato, maize, rice and vegetables. Most of the grains contains the carbohydrates and few are the vegetables also, like potato, they are the main carbohydrate sources. Main function of the carbohydrate is to provide the energy. Per gram of the carbohydrate gives 4 kilocalorie of the energy. The types of carbohydrate, as mentioned in the table, cereals and roots and tubers are the starch, and sugars are the disaccharides like sucrose and honey, and cellulose is the indigestible form of the carbohydrate. Other than energy production, they are also utilized in the bodybuilding and repair and maintenance function. Bodybuilding is basically main function of the protein. Now, what is the glycemic index for the carbohydrates? On the basis of 2 hours blood glucose response curve, the carbohydrates can be divided into the food with the high glycemic, medium glycemic, and low glycemic index. The low glycemic index foods are generally they causes the slow and the sustained release of the blood sugar, while the food with the high glycemic index responsible for the rapid rise of the blood sugar immediately after the few minutes after the consumption, sugar consumption. So food with the high glycemic index, as we can see, candies and syrup, and the brown rice comes under the medium glycemic index food, and the most of the fruits and vegetables except for the potato and the watermelon comes in the food with the low glycemic index. What is the range? Less than 55. If glycemic index is less than 55, they are called the food with the low glycemic index. 55 to 69, it's medium range of the glycemic index, and higher range of the glycemic index is more than 70. The second proximate principle of the food is the fat, and fat present in the diet in the two form. The visible fat जो हम आँख से देख सकते हैं, जैसा कि तेल, बटर, घी, इन सब में visible fat होता है. They are called the visible fat. Invisible fat present in the diet like grains में जो fat present होता है, that is called the invisible fat. On hydrolysis, fat gives rise to glycerol and the fatty acid में broke down हो जाते हैं. So fat is composed of basically glycerol and fatty acid का composition होता है. Fatty acid again saturation के basis पे fat को saturated फैटी एसिड एंड अनसेचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड में क्लासिफाई करते हैं. अनसेचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड्स कैन बी मोनो एंड पॉली अनसेचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड. डिफरेंट डाइट में डिफरेंट कंपोजिशंस होते हैं सैचुरेटेड एंड अनसेचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड का. द कंपोजिशन यूजुअली जो आपके वेजिटेबल ऑयल्स होते हैं, दे आर रिच इन द अनसेचुरेटेड फैटी एसिड एक्सेप्ट फॉर द कोकोनट एंड द पाम ऑयल. एंड जितने भी फिश ऑयल्स होते हैं, we would see the composition of the saturated and unsaturated fatty acids in the next slides. Now fats are classified as the simple lipid, compound lipids and the derived lipids. जो simple lipids होते हैं, usually they are simple lipids are the triglyceride, glycerol and fatty acid. And the compound lipids में उसके triglycerides के अलावा उनमें कुछ phosphate and nitrates compounds are also there. And derived lipids, those on hydrolysis gives rise the triglyceride and one of the compound lipids. Simple और compound lipid में जो break हो जाते हैं वो they are called the derived lipid. The fat जो body में human body में fat is mostly stored in the adipose tissues, and 99 fat is in the form of the triglyceride, and the rest is in the form of the hormone cholesterol और इनके form में होता है. Now essential fatty acids are those must be supplied from the diet that cannot be synthesized from the body itself, and these are the linoleic acid, linolenic acid and arachidonic acid and icosapentaenoic acid. And the sources of these fatty acids are linoleic acid mainly present in the safflower oil, vegetable oils, linolenic in the soybean oil, and the arachidonic acid present in meat and egg, and the fish oil contain mainly the icosapentaenoic acid. So these are the essential fatty acids. Unsaturated fatty acid needed from the diet cannot be synthesized in the body. Most of the vegetable oils contain the unsaturated, polyunsaturated fatty acid, bearing a few exceptions to this rule. Coconut and palm oil are the vegetable oil, but they are rich in the saturated fatty acids. And most of the animal fats are composed of the saturated fatty acid, except for the fish oil. fish oil contains the mono and polyunsaturated fatty acid. The function of the fats in the body is maintaining the skin temperature, regulating the temperature, integrity of the skin, as well as providing support, as because these fats makes the layer of the adipose tissue underneath the skin, and so they support the organs and viscera in the body. And also cholesterol, we can see the cholesterol act as a component of the membrane of the nervous tissues, and also required for synthesis of the hormones in the body. And prostaglandins is basically precursor of polyunsaturated fatty acid, is itself a precursor of prostaglandins, required for the several reactions, act as the local hormones. So these are the function of the fat. Per day consumption of the fat for average Indian adult reference male varies from 20 to 40 grams per day, and the 20% of the body energy requirement should be met by the fat diet. And during the pregnancy, 30 grams of the visible fat must be consumed by the pregnant ladies, as the requirement of fat is also enhanced during the pregnancy. And the composition of the fat, choice of the cooking oil depends on there should be rich in the they should be rich in the mono and polyunsaturated fatty acid, and lesser amount of the saturated fat, and there should be lesser amount of the trans fatty acid as well. So it's good practice to use combination of the oil that contains the linoleic acid and linolenic acid. One oil is rich in the linoleic acid and another in linolenic acid, alpha linolenic acid. The combination of these oil can be used, likewise ground nut oil along with the mustard oil or rice bran oil. So it's a good practice to use the combination of oil to fulfill the need of mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids, rather than using a single oil in the daily diet. It's a good practice. And the trans fatty acid should be avoided, and the trans fatty acid is actually the conversion of the isomer of the cis form of the unsaturated fatty acid. Geometric isomerization usually happens when they are heated. Heat of the oil is extremely heated, then it is converted into the trans fatty acid, and these are basically harmful for the body because they enhance the LDL cholesterol in the body, low density lipoprotein, that are responsible for the coronary artery disease and atherosclerosis of the blood vessels. So it's good to avoid these, and excess heating of the oil should also be avoided. And another word about the hydrogenation of the oil vegetable oil hydrogenation result into the conversion of the oil into the banaspati ghee, and this hydrogenation process basically leads to loss of essential fatty acids from the oil. So essential fatty acids are reduced during the process of the hydrogenation. Also there is lesser amount, there is lack of the vitamin A and D in the hydrogenated banaspati ghee, that is vegetable oil hydrogenated, it's converted into the banaspati ghee. So they are fortified with the vitamin A and the vitamin D. The amount of the vitamin A required for the fortification is 2500 international unit of the vitamin A and the 175 international unit of the vitamin D for per 100 gram of the oil hydrogenated vanaspati ghee it is required. High fat intake and increased amount of saturated fatty acids in the diet may result into the several problems like obesity as shown in the picture, phrenoderma, that means skin becomes rough, toad-like, and coronary heart diseases. There are excess fat deposits in the arteries, coronary artery diseases की जो wall होती है, there is thickening and sclerosis of those walls, result into the coronary artery diseases and heart diseases. And there are few researchers also shows increased fat consumption may result into the risk of the colon cancer. Proteins are the organic nitrogenous compound made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Also phosphorus is also present, phosphorus and iron. And what makes it different from the carbohydrate and fat is the presence of the nitrogen. Approximately 16% of nitrogen is there in the protein, and the smallest unit of the protein is the amino acid. And the function of the protein in the body is basically building and repair function, and also it is in the form of antibody, hemoglobin, enzymes act as a cofactors for several enzymatic reaction, hormones. In the adverse situation, it may act as a source of energy also. And there are two type of protein: animal protein and the plant sources. Animal sources of the protein are the milk, meat, poultry products, fish, and the plant sources are the pulses, cereals. Pulses are good source of the protein, and the protein requirement varies as per the age of the individual. Infants as compared to the adults require more protein. For an average Indian reference adult male and female, it's 1 gram per kilogram of the body weight per day required protein per day, and for the infant it is approximately 1.5 gram per kilogram of the body weight is required for the infant. So there is more requirement of the protein during the infancy, and age के according ये change हो जाता है. Usual requirement is 1 gram per kilogram of body weight per day for an adult. Now, proteins are made up of the smaller units called the amino acids. There are 20 amino acids exist in the human body, and the essential amino acids are 9 amino acids that must be supplied from the diet, cannot be synthesized in the body. Total 9 essential amino acids are there. These are the leucine, isoleucine, lysine, methionine, threonine, phenylalanine, and valine, tryptophan, and histidine. These are the 9 essential amino acids. If any protein food that contains all these essential amino acid within it, then it is called the biologically complete protein. So egg protein is taken as the reference protein because it is supposed to contain all the essential amino acid present in it. If diet is deficient in one of these amino acids, those are essential, then it is called the incomplete protein. And vegetable protein sources are never complete. They are either deficient in one or more amino acids. Like dal, if we see an example, dal is deficient in methionine, and cereals in lysine and threonine. But what is the supplementary action of the proteins is, if we mix up dal with चावल, दाल और चावल को हम मिला के जो खिचड़ी बनाते हैं, तो दाल का जो मिथियोनिन की डेफिशिएंसी होती है, that is filled up with the राइस की मिथियोनिन से, and the राइस की जो सीरियल्स की लाइसिन एंड थ्रियोनिन की डेफिशिएंसी है, इट्स filled up with the lysine and threonine of the dal. So they act as a complement. They complement each other for their deficient amino acid. और इन डिफिशिएंट अमीनो एसिड को हम लिमिटिंग अमीनो एसिड कह सकते हैं. जो दाल का लिमिटिंग अमीनो एसिड हुआ वो मेथियोनिन हुआ, एंड द सीरियल्स का लाइसिन एंड थ्रियोनिन हुआ. इफ वी मिक्स अप बोथ एंड मेक अ खिचड़ी, सो दे complement each other and make a complete protein. So khichdi is a complete protein जिसमें सारे essential amino acids हैं. So this is what is called the complementary या supplementary action of the proteins. As I said, animal protein is always superior to the vegetable protein because it does not fund up the limiting amino acid does not apply in the animal protein. And the egg, that's why egg and the milk are taken as the biologically complete protein, because it is said that all the essential amino acids are present in the egg. So we can take egg as this reference protein. Egg protein can be taken as the reference protein due to presence of all the essential amino acids. Among the pulses, the richest source of the protein is the soya bean. Soya bean, per 100 gram of the soya bean contain approximately 40 grams of the protein. So soya bean is the richest source of the protein. In Indian food, the pulses make the bulk of the food, rice and pulse. So pulse is for good for protein, especially the soya bean. Now, deficiencies of the protein may result into the protein energy malnutrition in the children. That is Kwashiorkor and marasmus. The clinical feature of both Kwashiorkor and marasmus are different. Marasmic child is very lean and thin, usually less than 1 years of age group में इसका common occurrence है, और is irritable and alert child and बहुत eager to feed, खाने के लिए बहुत भूखा जैसे. And the Kwashiorkor child low protein. मेरास्मिक चाइल्ड में प्रोटीन एंड कैलोरी दोनों की डेफिशिएंसी है. मेनली प्रोटीन की डेफिशिएंसी, कार्बोहाइड्रेट एंड फैट आर इनफ इन द डाइट. इसमें एब्डोमेन जो है आपका बल्ज एब्डोमेन, बेबी लुक्स चबी बट देर इज अ डेफिशिएंसी ऑफ द प्रोटीन. एडिमा एंड द फैटी लिवर इज प्रेजेंट इन द Kwashiorkor child, and the child is dull and is not that eager to feed. Protein की deficiency, either deficient intake or increased demand is of can be a cause of the protein deficiency. Demand जैसे कि pregnancy में भी demand बढ़ती है, 15 कितनी बढ़ती है, 15 gram excess in excess of the routine daily requirement of the protein is required per day in the pregnant status, and 350 kilocalories of extra energy is required during pregnancy, and lactation में यही 550 calorie extra and plus 25 gram of the proteins is required in excess of the daily routine requirement of the protein in during the lactation is extra required. Dietary fibers are actually the remnant edible part of the plants, and it's analog of the carbohydrates, so exists in polysaccharide and oligosaccharide and in lignin. They are resistant to digestion, they are not digestible. In large intestine they are partially fermented only, and the role of the dietary fibers in the body is to make the bulk of the stool and also the stool softening. So consumption of the increased amount of the dietary fiber result into the reduction of the constipation. Constipation नहीं होता dietary fiber डाइट में लेने से. And दूसरी चीज़ है, they lowers the cholesterol, blood cholesterol also, and the blood glucose, sharp rise of the blood glucose as in the diabetics is also reduced. So attenuation of the blood cholesterol level as well as the blood glucose attenuation is also a function of the dietary fiber said to be protective in the diabetes as well as the coronary heart diseases. And the amount of dietary fibers consumed daily should not be more than 40 gram per day per se. 2000 kilocalories energy पे 40 ग्राम approximately dietary fiber required. Excess amount of consumption should not be there, because excess amount of the dietary fiber consumption is said to be responsible for reduced absorption of the micronutrients like calcium, magnesium and iron and zinc. So they should be taken in the regulated amount. And also there is no metabolic function of the dietary fiber itself. It only the function is only physiological only, because they are not digested in the body. They whatever they done, they do all this by their stay and making the bulk of the stool. There are two type of the dietary fibers: the soluble dietary and insoluble dietary fibers. And the both of these type of the dietary fibers exist in the vegetarian diets, because the dietary fibers, animal food lacks dietary fibers.